There is a hidden truth about your life that few will ever understand. You've felt it in the silence, in the struggles, in the weight you've carried. What if everything you thought was random was actually a sign of destiny? Stay with me until the end, because today, the truth will finally be revealed. There has always been a hidden truth about your life, one that you felt but could never quite put into words. From an early age, you sensed that you were different, that your journey didn't match the patterns of those around you. You may not have been able to explain it, but deep inside, you knew you carried something others couldn't see. That awareness set you apart. It shaped the way people looked at you, the way life unfolded for you, and the way battles found their way into your path. And the more you tried to live normally, the clearer it became that normal was never meant for you. The hidden truth about your life is that you were never designed to blend in. You were designed to stand out. Every struggle you've endured, every delay you've survived, every rejection you've faced was not random. It was evidence that your story was different. While others walked straight paths, yours curved, dipped, and climbed through difficult terrain. And yet, even through the confusion and pain, you kept moving forward. That resilience is not common. It is the mark of someone whose life has meaning that stretches beyond themselves. Think about it. How many times have you wondered why your life felt heavier than others? Why you carried responsibilities that seemed unfair? Why you faced storms you didn't deserve? The answer lies in the hidden truth. Because your destiny was greater, your preparation had to be deeper. If you were meant for average, your battles would have been average. But your battles have been extraordinary, which means your purpose is extraordinary too. The people around you may not have understood it, and sometimes they even misunderstood you. They saw your strength and assumed you didn't need support. They watched your patience and thought it was weakness. They noticed your silence and mistook it for surrender. But deep down, you know your silence was never surrender. It was strategy. You were listening, preparing, and aligning. That's the truth hidden beneath the surface of your story. While others underestimated you, you were being built for something far greater than they could see. And now, the time has come for revelation. The hidden truth about your life is about to be exposed. Not as a whisper, but as a declaration. Everything you've endured is aligning to prove that your story was always intentional. The battles that tried to break you are about to testify to your strength. The delays that frustrated you are about to make sense. And the truth that has been hidden all along is about to show the world who you really are. The hidden truth about your life is that you were prepared for things others could not handle. That is why your path has never looked like theirs. While they enjoyed comfort, you endured tests. While they lived with ease, you carried burdens. While they seemed to rise quickly, you had to crawl through valleys. And though you questioned why it was so hard for you, the truth is this: the weight of your life demanded a different kind of preparation, one that would teach you to carry strength others can't imagine. Before we go deeper into this revelation, take a moment right now to declare your future. Write your most sincere wishes in the comments and place the number 777 beside them. This is not superstition, it is intention. By doing so, you align your energy with the universe, sending a signal that you are ready for the fulfillment of what has been hidden inside you. Subscribe and stay connected, because at the end of this video, there are messages waiting for you that could confirm exactly what your spirit has been sensing. The hidden truth about your life is that delays were never denials. Every season of waiting was filled with lessons you couldn't have learned any other way. Patience became your weapon. Endurance became your armor. And silence became your secret place of power. Those who judged you during these seasons didn't understand that you weren't being punished. You were being prepared. Life was shaping you into someone who could withstand storms and still stand tall. And here's the most profound part. What you've survived was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to awaken you. Each pain sharpened your vision. Each betrayal pushed you closer to clarity. Each closed door redirected you to a path you never would have chosen, but needed to walk. The hidden truth about your life is that every single moment, even the ones you hated, carried purpose. They were chapters of a story written long before you knew it, chapters designed to prove that nothing could stop you from reaching what was always yours. This is why you sometimes feel misunderstood by the people around you. They can't comprehend why you carry yourself differently. They don't understand why you can't settle for ordinary, why you don't fit into their boxes, why you can't ignore the pull you feel inside. That pull is the hidden truth rising to the surface, reminding you that you were set apart. You may not have asked for this journey, but it was written for you because only you could carry it. So as you move forward, remember this. Your story was never about fitting in. It was about standing out. The hidden truth about your life is that you are meant to be an example, a light, a voice that others look to when their own paths feel too heavy. And though it has cost you much, the truth is about to be revealed in a way that makes every tear, every scar, and every delay worth it. The hidden truth about your life is that it has always been marked by signs, even when you didn't recognize them. Think back to the moments when you felt a strange pull towards something bigger, even when logic told you to stay still. Consider the times when opportunities seemed to vanish, only for better doors to open later. Reflect on the people who walked away from you suddenly, clearing space for those who were truly meant to walk with you. These weren't random, they were signals. Life was whispering that you were different, that your path was guided, that destiny had its hand on you long before you realized it. You may have asked yourself why things couldn't be easier, why your steps always seemed heavier, why your heart felt burdened with emotions others didn't seem to carry. The hidden truth about your life is that those feelings were not flaws. They were evidence of depth. You have always been able to feel more, see more, and sense more. Where others dismissed intuition, you trusted it. Where others ignored red flags, you noticed them. Where others thought life was only about what they could touch, you felt the energy in the unseen. That level of awareness was never a curse. It was a gift that marked you as different. Many people around you may not have understood this about you. They may have thought you were too sensitive, too cautious, or even too restless. But what they didn't know is that your spirit was tuned to a frequency they couldn't hear. You were catching signals meant only for you, signals that revealed the truth hidden beneath the surface of your story. This is why you could never be fully at peace, living a life that felt average. This is why settling always felt suffocating. The hidden truth about your life is that you were never meant for average. You were always meant for extraordinary. Notice how every hardship left you stronger, not weaker. Notice how every delay sharpened your focus, not dulled it. Notice how every betrayal increased your wisdom, not destroyed your trust. That pattern is not accidental. It reveals that your life was built on resilience, and resilience always exposes hidden strength. The hidden truth about your life is that you are unbreakable, even when you feel fragile. Life has tested you, stretched you, and sometimes left you wondering if you could keep going. But here you are, still moving, still standing, still carrying purpose. That survival is proof that nothing, no pain, no rejection, no storm, could take away what was written for you. The hidden truth about your life is also this. People see it, even if they don't admit it. They notice your presence. They feel your energy. They recognize that you carry something rare, something that makes them respond with fear, admiration, or jealousy. Their reactions are not about you. They are about what you reflect to them. You remind them of courage they haven't found. You remind them of strength they didn't cultivate. You remind them of truth they tried to ignore. And instead of embracing what they see in you, some choose to distance themselves because your life is a mirror to theirs. This is why you can't take rejection personally. It was never really about you. It was about the truth you carried. That truth was too heavy for some to accept, too confronting for them to face. And yet, You kept moving. You didn't stop shining because others were uncomfortable with your light. You didn't stop walking because others couldn't keep up with your pace. That is the hidden truth about your life. You were created to walk differently, and no one can erase what was written for you. The hidden truth about your life is that the battles you faced were never just about the surface circumstances. They were training grounds, shaping you for something far greater than the moment itself. Think about it. How many times have you gone through storms that seemed unnecessary, only to later realize that the strength you gained was exactly what you needed for the next chapter? That is no accident. Life doesn't waste pain. It uses it to build resilience, vision, and clarity. That's why your struggles felt deeper than others. They were connected to a greater purpose you couldn't yet see. The hidden truth about your life is that your scars are not signs of weakness. They are evidence of survival. Every scar tells a story of something that tried to break you but failed. Every scar is proof that you've been through fire and came out refined. Others may look at your scars and only see pain, but you know the truth. Those scars are your armor, reminders that nothing can stop you from rising. They are not blemishes, they are badges of honor, proof that you endured what others could not. This is also why you've always carried a sense of being different. You may have tried to hide it, to fit in, to blend into spaces that never truly welcomed you. But no matter how hard you tried, you stood out. Your energy was too strong to go unnoticed, your presence too powerful to be ignored. And the more you grew into yourself, the more people reacted. Sometimes with admiration, sometimes with fear, sometimes with jealousy. Their reactions revealed something they often didn't want to admit. They recognized the hidden truth about your life, even if they couldn't put it into words. Pay attention to this pattern. The people who left you, the doors that closed, the opportunities that slipped away, they weren't losses. They were redirections. They were part of the hidden truth unfolding in your journey. You weren't being punished. You were being positioned. Positioned for places that fit your purpose, for relationships that honored your calling, for opportunities that matched your destiny. And though it hurt in the moment, looking back, you can see that what left you made space for what was always meant for you. This is the truth. If your life didn't carry weight, you wouldn't have faced so much resistance. If your path wasn't significant, you wouldn't have experienced so many obstacles. The very fact that you've endured such intensity is evidence that your story is bigger than you imagined. That is the hidden truth about your life. You are not ordinary, and ordinary challenges were never going to be your reality. Listen closely. Every delay, every betrayal, every setback was not the end of your story. It was part of the preparation. It was sharpening you for the moments ahead. It was teaching you lessons that no classroom could provide. It was building character, wisdom, and faith. That is why your life has carried weight others can't understand. Because you've been chosen to carry more. The hidden truth about your life is that you are stepping into a season of revelation. What was once hidden is about to be revealed. What was once confusing is about to make sense. The storms you've survived are about to show their purpose, and the strength you've gained is about to be unveiled. When people look at you, they will see not just what you've endured, but who you've become because of it. And that revelation will silence every doubt, every whisper, and every attempt to minimize your story. So stand tall, walk with confidence. Embrace the hidden truth about your life, because it is no longer meant to stay hidden. It is meant to shine, to inspire, to transform not just you, but those who witness your journey. The truth has always been there. It's time for the world to see it. The hidden truth about your life is that even in the seasons when you felt invisible, you were being carefully watched. People noticed you more than you realized. They observed how you carried yourself in silence, how you endured pain without complaint, how you kept moving forward when everything seemed against you. They may not have said it out loud, but they knew you were different. And that quiet recognition is part of the reason you faced resistance, because people fear what they can't fully understand. The hidden truth about your life is that your resilience has been your loudest testimony. You didn't have to announce your strength. It showed in the way you refused to quit. You didn't have to prove your worth. It revealed itself in the way you turned losses into lessons. You didn't have to demand recognition. Your light shined even when you tried to hide it. That's why certain people couldn't stay around you for long. Your presence reminded them of what they weren't willing to face within themselves, and instead of growing, they chose to distance themselves from you. Think about the people who underestimated you. They thought you would never rise again after certain setbacks. They thought you would stay broken after betrayal. They thought rejection would crush your spirit permanently. But what they didn't understand is that the hidden truth about your life is this: you are not defined by what happened to you, but by how you responded to it. And every time you chose to get back up, you proved that their assumptions held no power over your destiny. This is why your life carries such a strong sense of purpose. You were never meant to just exist. You were meant to inspire. The hidden truth about your life is that your journey is a roadmap for others. People will look at your scars and see survival. They will hear your story and find hope. They will witness your strength and believe that they too can overcome. That's why you've been tested more than others. Because your victories will not only be for you, but for those who come after you. Listen carefully. The storms you faced weren't random. They were custom-made to shape you into who you are now. The delays weren't punishments. They were positioning you for something greater. The betrayals weren't losses. They were clearing space for people who actually belong in your life. The hidden truth about your life is that everything was intentional. You may not have seen it in the moment, but looking back, you can recognize the pattern. And that pattern proves you've been guided every step of the way. What does this mean for your future? It means the same resilience that carried you this far will carry you into the next chapter. It means the same strength that got you through the storms will empower you to step into opportunities beyond your imagination. It means the hidden truth about your life is about to be revealed in ways that no one can deny. The people who doubted you will have no choice but to admit they were wrong. The ones who feared you will realize their fear was justified. And you will finally see with your own eyes what you've always felt in your spirit: that you were never walking alone. So keep moving. Keep believing. Keep trusting that every single thing you've gone through has meaning. The hidden truth about your life is not meant to stay a secret forever. It's meant to be revealed at the right time. And that time is closer than you think. The hidden truth about your life is that your silence has always spoken louder than words. When you withdrew, when you chose not to explain yourself, when you stayed quiet while others misunderstood you, it wasn't weakness, it was wisdom. You were learning how to observe, how to protect your energy, how to let time reveal the truth without you having to fight every battle. That restraint is what set you apart, because while others wasted energy defending themselves, you were gathering strength for the moments that really mattered. And now, as your story continues to unfold, that hidden truth is about to be revealed to everyone watching. Your silence was not emptiness. It was strategy. Behind closed doors, you wrestled with doubts, fears, and heartbreaks that few could even imagine. Yet even in those moments, you were building something powerful. You were learning patience in a world that demands speed. You were cultivating resilience in a world that breaks easily. You were training your spirit to stand tall in a world that bows to pressure. That's the hidden truth about your life. What looked like inactivity to others was actually transformation happening beneath the surface. Consider the seasons when you felt overlooked. You may have wondered if anyone saw your efforts, if anyone cared about your sacrifices, if your struggles had meaning. But the truth is, you were never overlooked. You were hidden. Hidden not to be forgotten, but to be protected. Protected from premature exposure. Protected from people who weren't ready to handle the real you. Protected from environments that would have suffocated your growth. The hidden truth about your life is that hiding was not punishment. It was preservation. And now, Because you were preserved, you are stronger. You are wiser. You are prepared for things you couldn't have carried before. That's why the weight feels lighter now, even though the challenges are bigger. You've grown into the strength needed to handle what's ahead. The hidden truth about your life is that what once would have crushed you can no longer touch you. The storms that once broke you now only remind you of how far you've come. The rejection that once shattered you now only confirms you are too valuable to be in the wrong place. People may never understand why you move the way you do. They may not comprehend your patience, your discipline, or your calm under pressure. But that's because they don't know the hidden truth about your life. Your foundation was built in places they never saw. While they were chasing validation, you were cultivating character. While they sought shortcuts, you embraced the process. While they looked for applause, you endured silence. And now, as the truth begins to surface, it will be undeniable that your preparation was not wasted. This is why the weight of your life has felt so heavy. It was never just about you. The hidden truth is that your story carries ripple effects. When you rise, others will rise. When you heal, others will find courage to heal. When you succeed, others will see that their own victories are possible. Your life is not just your own. It is an example, a light, a path for others to follow. And though it has cost you dearly, the time is coming when the cost will make sense. So don't shrink back. Don't apologize for the depth of your story or the strength of your presence. Don't question why you've been set apart. The hidden truth about your life is that you were meant for this. Every battle, every tear, every delay was shaping you into the person you are today. And soon, the world will no longer see just fragments of your story. They will see the whole truth, revealed in power, resilience, and undeniable purpose. The hidden truth about your life is that people have always sensed something different about you, even before you realized it yourself. They may not have known how to describe it, but they felt it. In your presence, they felt challenged, inspired, or even uneasy. And that's because you carried an energy that revealed more than words ever could. You may have thought it was just your personality, but in reality, it was the mark of someone destined for something greater. Think about the times when people's reactions toward you didn't match what you said or did. Maybe you showed kindness, but they still treated you with suspicion. Maybe you stayed humble, but they still saw you as a threat. Maybe you offered love, but they still responded with distance. That disconnect wasn't about your actions. It was about the hidden truth about your life. They sensed the strength, wisdom, and destiny you carried, and it made them uncertain of how to respond. The hidden truth is that you were chosen to stand apart, and standing apart often looks like isolation. You've walked through seasons where you felt completely misunderstood. People you thought would stand with you walked away. Friends you trusted disappeared. Opportunities you counted on collapsed. But every loss was part of a bigger plan. You weren't being abandoned. You were being separated. Separated so you could discover the strength within you. Separated so you could hear the voice inside that others tried to silence. Separated so the hidden truth could rise without distraction. You've probably asked yourself, why me? Why does my life feel heavier than others? The answer lies in the hidden truth. Your life is layered with meaning. While others are called to live ordinary paths, you were called to walk one that requires extraordinary resilience. The battles you've endured were not punishments, they were qualifications. Every storm certified your strength. Every setback proved your resilience. Every rejection pushed you toward alignment. And now, those same battles are becoming testimonies, revealing that your life carries significance far beyond what you imagined. The hidden truth about your life is also reflected in the way opportunities have come to you. Notice how the right doors always opened at the exact time you needed them. Not before, not after, but precisely when you were ready. That's not coincidence. That's alignment. Destiny has always been at work, guiding your steps, shaping your story, preparing you for a time when everything hidden would be revealed. And that time is closer now than ever. This is why your story makes others uncomfortable. You remind them that excuses don't define destiny, choices do. You remind them that resilience is stronger than rejection. You remind them that light cannot be dimmed, no matter how dark the storm. The hidden truth about your life is that you were never meant to blend into the background. You were meant to shine so brightly that others find their way by your example. And here's what's most powerful. The hidden truth about your life is not just about survival. It's about impact. Your rise will not only validate your own journey, it will awaken others to the truth about theirs. Your voice will break chains. Your story will inspire courage, and your strength will ignite hope. That's why your battles were so intense, because your victories will carry weight that ripples far beyond your own life. So as you stand now, closer than ever to revelation, don't look back. Don't question why your life has been so different. Don't wish away the weight you've carried. Instead, embrace it. Because the hidden truth about your life is that everything you've endured has been building to this. A season where the world will see clearly what has been inside you all along. The hidden truth about your life is that the very things meant to break you have built you into someone unshakable. Every storm that came against you failed to take your voice. Every betrayal that cut deep failed to silence your spirit. Every rejection that stung failed to erase your purpose. Instead, they all served as stepping stones, guiding you closer to the destiny written long before you even knew it. And now, as this truth rises to the surface, it is undeniable. You were never meant to fade into the background. You were meant to be seen, heard, and remembered. Look at where you are now. You've survived the battles you thought would destroy you. You've carried weights you thought were impossible. You've walked through valleys where the shadows tried to convince you that you'd never see light again. But you did. You're standing here today, not as someone defined by what they lost, but as someone defined by what they gained through every loss. That is the hidden truth about your life. You are stronger than you imagined, wiser than you realized, and more prepared than you ever thought possible. It's time to stop questioning why the path was so heavy and start recognizing what it produced. Without those battles, you wouldn't carry the clarity you hold now. Without those delays, you wouldn't have learned patience that protects you from rushing into the wrong places. Without those betrayals, you wouldn't have discovered your own independence, your own voice, your own resilience. The hidden truth about your life is that nothing was wasted. Every tear watered the soil of your destiny. Every scar became proof of your survival. Every moment of waiting set the stage for the right timing. And here you are, at the edge of revelation. The world is about to see what was hidden all along. They are about to see the fire in your spirit, the strength in your steps, the unshakable resilience that has carried you this far. They are about to see that your life has always been marked, guided, and protected. And when they see it, their doubts will fall silent. The whispers that tried to diminish you will fade, because the truth will be undeniable. You are not ordinary, and your story is not small. So step boldly. Walk into the future with the confidence of someone who has nothing left to prove. The hidden truth about your life is not meant to remain a secret any longer. It is meant to shine, to inspire, and to awaken. You are stepping into a season where every hidden piece finally makes sense, where every unanswered question finds its clarity, and where every loss transforms into undeniable victory. And when that moment comes, you won't just rise. You'll illuminate everything around you. The truth has always been there, waiting for this moment. And now it's time. The hidden truth about your life is unfolding. Walk boldly, because this is just the beginning of your unstoppable rise. Keep listening for the clear signs. When the right door opens, act. Walk through it. Your next chapter will lift you and light the way for many ahead. The hidden truth about your life is no longer a secret. It is rising with clarity and undeniable power. Trust the process, trust your strength, and step boldly, What was once hidden will now shine so brightly that no one can deny who you were always meant to be.